My jokes are getting corny.
No. That's all right. You still got the power. You still got the power.
Respect. I'm looking for a great fight. Great fight.
Appreciate it, James.
And I'm looking for Ryan to be victorious also. Even y'all didn't ask, y'all might be shocked. But I believe, not the phrase that we heard all the time, styles make fights. I believe Ryan needs to prove, and I believe he will prepare himself mentally and physically to do that. Because this is a career ending or career starting over again. And anyone that ever or never took a punch in their life, let alone smelt a boxing glove or a jockstrap, wouldn't understand that type of language. Because they're emotionally tied up on what their feelings are as a reporter, and not look at a situation, whether we agree to disagree, to say, you know what? Everybody have a chance until they buried in the dirt, then you know they done.
Yeah, what'd you make of Ryan saying he likes to smoke during alcohol?
Pediste Jaime Canelo, perdón, pero es que tú viste la prensa, hicimos trabajo y me parece que está cerca de cristalizarse una pelea.
I mean,
fíjate, Canelo peleó en 2017 la última vez.
Somebody said you was an alcoholic. I don't believe that.
Peleará con un mexicano. ¿Qué tan cerca?
Do you drink?
I don't drink.
So you're not alcoholic. So you can't go by. Listen, if you're trying to please 90% of people in the population of the earth, can you imagine how boring and miserable you would be? So I don't get into all that. He said this, he said this. I mean, I've done it when I was in my 20s. I guess when I didn't know no better, I was ignorant. But I like talking about stuff that has facts. Just the facts. And see, when you talk about the facts, even some media guys don't want to hear that. They want to talk about myth, possibilities, this, that, what if this, what if that. We could talk about a lot of what ifs, but let's talk about now. Now is a fight that makes sense in this division for two of the guys that's going against each other. One guy is steamrolling forward with an undefeated record that says he's the face of boxing, which I disagree. But he has an argument based on his work that he put in. Ryan has to gain that fanfare again when it comes to your position that you had to get back in line after the Tank Davis fight to work your way back up to the top. I've seen great ones did it. You're looking at and you're hearing one right now. Greatness is not whether you lost or you won, it's how you recover and what you do next. That's the beauty of it. And that's the beauty of boxing. That's the beauty of boxing.
Bernard.
You don't have to wait a whole year and if you lose the Super Bowl or NBA championship. Think about it, y'all. Everybody here is sports fans. Boxing, you don't have to, most likely some do, you don't have to wait a whole year or two to get a shot back. If you was the top dog and somehow you came up short. You right back at the line. You right back at the lick the lollipop again.
But isn't it important, Bernard? You haven't been a warrior and a gladiator, a guy that doesn't even eat sugar or consume sugar. How does it make you feel when you hear your fighter admit that he is now using marijuana and drinking alcohol on a regular basis?
Well, if it was not legal, I have a problem with it. But I think 90% of the people in LA and New York are smoking some kind of marijuana or taking some kind of edibles. Saying that, I say that if that's what Ryan needs for Ryan at this moment, and it doesn't affect the rules and regulation of boxing and to his ability, then we're talking something different because he has an investment in himself and his family first, and we have an investment as the promoter. But am I concerned that Ryan is doing this every day and will do it through camp and do it the night of the fight or the day of the fight? Yeah. Absolutely not. And I don't even know if he inhaled again. I'm gonna keep going back to that. I haven't seen no smoke come out the mouth. I seen the blunt
in his mouth.
But have he inhaled? Do we know that? So I don't know. I've seen the things, but I don't know. But one thing I can say, that Ryan Garcia will be ready come April.
Who is more likely to have inhaled, Ryan or Bill Clinton?
I mean, Mike Tyson was one of the greatest and still one of the greatest of fights. You know what I mean? I mean, this guy behind you should know, right? He definitely should know. He all over the place. So I'm talking about him.
Yeah.
He should know. Mike Tyson, I ain't putting this stuff out there. It's an open record. Mike talk all about business. Mike said he was high half of the time. So at one point, you know, he had a hangover the day before the fight in Tokyo when he fought Buster Douglas. So what are we talking about? In some cases, people fight better. And I'm not saying again, Ryan inhaled. When I watched it, it didn't look like he inhaled it. I'm thinking this is a prop because I know I was with the shenanigans. I was with the shits all the time, having you thinking I'm gonna do this, thinking to do that, thinking I'm gonna do this, thinking I'm gonna do that. And I made a lot of people wanting to kill me for doing the things, and I had the fighter one that hurt me so bad he forgot his game plan. Felix Trinidad, 9/11, New York City. The whole country was telling him better kill him because he threw our flag down, and I killed him.
Yeah, what do you think about? Yeah, what do you think
This
about?
is powerful. I beat anybody want to test me with that. I challenge anybody.
Yeah, what do you think about?
Anybody.
Canelo Munguia, what do you think?
Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney is the fight that need to be respected and talked about. I will not talk about any fight until that fight is over. Going forward, when I hit back to the East Coast, and then to Florida to rest up a little bit, because this fight deserved, based on two fighters that could have went anywhere else, chose to do what? Chose to fight each other.
Bernard, have you watched any of the amateur matchups between Devin and Ryan?
No.
No?
No. That was elementary school. I cared nothing about what happened in the amateurs. I don't care nothing about what happened in the amateurs, because one thing for sure, you're not getting the same tests in college that they gave you in high school. See, these guys can't intellect anything. They receive and they repeat. The biggest fool in life can receive something and repeat it, especially if you don't have any kind of education to dialogue on what you're speaking about. You just react. The amateurs has nothing to do in any weight division, in any era. If you judging that we fought in the amateurs as a pro, then you telling me I'm in college and I should pay attention to high school. Why the fuck I'm in college then? So why would I talk about the amateurs and we in the pros? And we in the pros with a double-digit number that we not only in the pros, we in the pros as seasonable guys that's not looked at as a prospect anymore. We looked at as what? Prime, this era's champions, striving to be one of the great ones on the list when this era passed by. So why are we talking about stuff that, because internet reporters get paid for getting interviews to take and get money, so they want to talk about bullshit. What kind of toilet paper you use? What kind of things about like dumb shit? Like y'all gotta get a good. Like I ain't hating on you because you couldn't be selling crack cocaine or fentanyl. Y'all gotta get a fucking job to make more money than this bullshit, because the questions y'all ask, and I know you gotta turn them in to get money, especially you. Y'all, you can't be proud of yourself. You can't be proud of yourself, and that you wind up this way in life. But somebody got to do it. They don't want everybody to go to Harvard and be doctors. They need somebody to pick the trash up, to do the dirty work, right?
It's a fact.
Yeah, I gotta ask you this. You're a very witty gentleman.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Now Elliot Setback is a little different because he got TV deals, he got internet deals. No, he do. He like Joe Rogan in the media era and in sports.
Yeah.
So everybody know, thanks to God bless Kobe Bryant, helped him out a little bit, gave him a little fanfare. But Reporting.
I gotta ask you, you're a very witty guy. If someone like Devin would tell you what he told Ryan today, how do you answer him? What's the best way to
What did he tell him? He's telling him a lot of
He
things.
did coke, but that's nonsense. Ryan doesn't do coke. Like I thought, I mean that's not the best trash talk. You answer that or?
I told Ryan not to answer it.
Yeah.
That's what I asked his dad. Doing an interview with his dad between now and
Yeah.
when the fight comes.
Okay.
I asked his dad, I told his dad, he shouldn't even answer that. It's stupid. Why get into that energy?
Right. It's true. You're
If a
right.
man hollering, screaming, you saying, nah, you ain't doing nothing but playing into it. See, when the guy do it once and twice, do you see what they're trying to do? They're trying to get in your head. They want you to get emotional. They want you to react to it. And you're not thinking, so you're going to say the wrong things. And they're going to turn around their ignorance, and now you become ignorant more. So sometimes it's best not to say anything. You got to act like you under oath.
Yeah.
Like literally, like you're in court. Like, don't say anything.
How do you like this fight? What does Ryan need to do, in your opinion, without giving away his game plan?
Keep the fight in the middle of the ring. Let the hands go and work everything behind the jab. And let Devin Haney run into whatever he needs to run into. I believe Devin Haney is a guy that shouldn't be taken lightly. Ryan definitely not taken lightly. But I believe it will be a fight where both guys will be giving it and taking it. And the one that want to really show that he's supreme being over each other must show that. This fight ain't gonna deal with talent. You know what this fight gonna deal with?
Hard. Who wants him more?
Mark my words. Both of them know each other.
Yep.
Both of them expecting to see what they know about each other. But this fight ain't gonna be based and predicated on talent.
That's all hard. Thank you so much. Always a great
Bernard,
Hopkins.
Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns. The greatest 3 rounds in the world.
Thank you.
Who went to my car?
Bernard, I wanted to ask you before we finish though, with a rough and tumble fight the way that this is, how does Ryan Garcia kind of recapture the hearts of the world who saw him succumb to
He
the
beat
body
Devin
shot?
Haney. He beats Devin Haney. That's how you get that respect. Good to see you. That's how you do it. You don't do it any other way than a way of showing proving. Come April, how do he redemption? How do you get redemption? In boxing, you win and you keep winning. This is the fight of redemption for Ryan Garcia to move forward. This be a second career going toward the Hall of Fame status of building from there. This starts over for him. This is second crack at it. Redemption.